Good evening. With the unwelcome title of fly-tipping capital of England, you don't have to go far in London to find an unsightly mound of illegally dumped waste. And for residents in a part of North London, things are particularly bad. A patch of land in Harrow, which should be developed for housing, is instead home to tons of rotting rubbish. We spoke to one woman who can see the tip from her bedroom. From sofas and mattresses to old pots of paint, she just wants it gone. Like so many in the borough, she'll have to pay for the clean-up through her recently increased council tax. And as for who's to blame, well, the political infighting has begun. Here's our political correspondent, Simon Harris.
It's fly tipping on an industrial scale, and it's dumped a huge bill on council taxpayers. For more than a year, the rat-infested pile of rubbish at Harrow in North London has been growing. When Anne and Dave open their bedroom curtains, it's the first thing they see.
Just a pile of rubbish, as far as the eye can see from this end, because it's all down at this end. And so we're just waiting, can't wait for the trees to come into leaf, which disguises it somewhat.
It's just one huge heap of dumped rubbish over there. And how it gets in there, I don't know, because they must have had trucks and trucks and trucks coming in there. And it must happen overnight or something.
The illegal tip is on the site of a former driving school. The land is owned by Harrow Council and earmarked for new homes. Harrow Council blames the fly tipping on criminals. But the authority's political opponents and some people living nearby say more should have been done to stop it. The gates to the site now boast heavy-duty locks and concrete barriers.
If they'd had acted when I first mentioned it, a few years ago, they could have sorted it. And they've done nothing. They could have put the concrete blocks there from day one.
At a meeting last week, Labour challenged the Conservative Council about the cost of the clean-up, more than £1/3 million.
Tonight, you're about to increase council tax by 4.99%. Of that increase, the first £348,000 raised will, in the coming weeks, go towards clearing an absolute dump of a site.
Why has it been allowed to happen?
I think there's a limit you can do to secure a site. If someone is using industrial tools and organised criminals trying to break in, we try to secure it. We have secured it for a number of years, but unfortunately this time they got through.
Who's to blame for this?
Well, look, the council are owners of the site. They should be maintaining the site, and it's sheer fact of the council just not enforcing.
Harrow Council has asked the police to use CCTV cameras to try to identify the fly tippers, but it's thought some use stolen vans and trucks. It's likely to be a few weeks before the site is cleared, and the cost could go up if hazardous or toxic waste is found. Simon Harris, ITV News, Harrow.